Hey guys, this is Project Prospect, and we have something a little different for you guys today. So the NFL draft just passed, and we want to give you some insight on our 5 favorite picks of the draft and which 5 picks went wrong according to us. So let's jump right into it. Brendan, you want to start with the first one?
So the player we thought was the best pick of the draft was Josh Rosen at pick 10. We all think he's the best quarterback in this draft, so that was a great value where they got him. We also think his character concerns are overblown, and the durability issues aren't something you can dock him for too much. It's unpredictable, and we think he'll be Arizona's starting quarterback for years to come.
And so moving on to number 2 of our top 5 favorite picks, we had Lamar Jackson, number 32. So I definitely think Lamar will be the steal of the draft if everything goes to plan. Joe Flacco has been struggling the last couple of years, partly due to his supporting cast, but also bad decision-making. He had a 1.29 average touchdown to interception ratio the last couple of years, last 3 years, which is not very good. Ravens did a decent job of helping Lamar or potentially Joe Flacco out with their picks. They took Hayden Hurst, Mark Andrews, and then also they had Jaleel Scott and Jordan Lasley. But even if, I still think that Lamar looks close enough in himself to more than justify his position and eventually become a star with the Ravens.
So at number 3, we had LSU running back Darius Geis falling all the way to the 27th pick in the second round. Has a terrific value as our second-rated running back prospect going into this draft. Washington's running back prospects are pretty bad, or their players are pretty bad. Rob Kelly's their starter, and he's definitely replaceable. Samaje Perine's been disappointing, and Chris Thompson is more of a third down back. So I could easily see guys stepping in day one and being the starter for Washington.
Definitely. And so at number 4, we have Josh Jackson, cornerback out of Iowa, with the Green Bay Packers in the second round. I definitely think that the Green Bay got great value with him. Jay Jackson was supposed to be maybe a mid to late first rounder. They took Jair Alexander in the first, and they honestly could have switched the two. It would have made sense, I guess, even if both of them got switched places. A lot of people are giving Green Bay slack for taking 2 corners, but in this passing day and age, you almost always need a nickel cornerback in addition to the 2 starters, and Packers did not really have either of those to begin with. Quentin Rollins was not what they wanted coming as a basketball player. Tramon Williams is past his prime. Kevin King is definitely going to develop, but none of those come close to what Jay Jackson can bring, and you can never have too many cornerbacks.
So for our 5th favorite pick, we had Connor Williams, offensive tackle / guard out of Texas. He's another great value at 18th in the second round. He's capable of starting at right tackle from the get-go for Dallas, and his pick also gives them the option of letting Lyle Collins go once he's up for his big payday.
And so those are our 5 favorite picks. And so now let's move on to the 5 picks we thought went wrong. Our first one, number 1, we had Terrell Edmunds, safety out of Vatech. Steelers took him in the first round at the end, and it's not that we don't like Edmunds. He can be a good athletic in-the-box safety and a leader for our defense, but it was just way too high. Edmunds was probably a 3rd rounder at best. Steelers reached very hard, and if I were them, I could have taken Josh Jackson to complement Artie Burns in the secondary. Steelers do need a safety, but not this much. They could have gotten him in the second if they really liked him. Not a great pick.
Our second worst pick was Saquon Barkley. The reason being he was given the second most guaranteed money for a running back in NFL history after Adrian Peterson. His total contract is 3rd in the NFL for a running back, and his yearly wage is 4th overall. That's way too much for a player at his position, let alone somebody unproven. His contract also takes away from what we have to re-sign Odell Beckham. Running backs have a much shorter shelf life than quarterbacks, and Eli is at the end of his career. The Giants needed to take his successor now. What Barkley might do is help the Giants win 6 to 10 games, and that means in 1 or 2 years we'll be trading tons of draft picks / assets to move up for our next franchise quarterback. He can be an all-pro, and this pick probably still won't be worth it. Remind me when a running back in this era leads his team to the Super Bowl.
And so our 3rd least favorite pick goes to Rashad Penny at the end of the first round, running back out of San Diego State to the Seattle Seahawks. This is really pretty much a no-brainer. We're talking about a Seahawks team that has needs all over the board. It's not the Hawks that they used to be. They need receiver, O-line, D-line, cornerback. They need a lot. And to reach for a non-first-round running back who has limited explosiveness in the NFL because of lack of elite speed, strength, or receiving ability doesn't make any sense. You could have gotten Will Hernandez at guard, Josh Jackson at cornerback, Cortland Sutton at wide receiver, or even traded back and gotten Penny if they really liked him. They did need a running back, but Rashad Penny did not represent value that high. It was a reach, and they definitely had bigger needs.
Our fourth worst pick was Leighton Vander Esch, linebacker that the Cowboys took in the first round. Personally, I like him as a prospect, but Dallas needed to take a wide receiver in the first round. After cutting Des Bryant and losing Jason Witten to retirement, Dak is in for a world of pain.
And so going into the fifth worst pick, we disagreed on this, but in my opinion, I did not like Josh Allen, quarterback Wyoming, number 7 pick to the Buffalo Bills. So we can start off by saying that a lot of people won't like this. A lot of people really like Josh Allen, but I was not one of those people. So we can start off with a comparison. I'm going to give you 2 people from their last years of college, 2 quarterbacks. So player 1 is 6'5", 233 pounds, 56% completion, 1,800 yards, 16 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and then a 128 passer rating. Player 2, 6'4", 234 pounds, 54% completion rate, 2,500 yards, 16 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and then a 124 passer rating. So player 1 was Josh Allen. And then player 2 that I'm comparing him to is none other than Christian Hackenberg out of Penn State. And we all know just how bad the hack turned out. So in those stats, Hackenberg had a little bit over 1 game on Allen, but rating, measurables, completion, and fundamental problems were all the same. Both were big quarterbacks who had cannons for arms, but accuracy problems. Studies have shown that nobody in the past 25 years with a completion percentage lower than 57% in college has gone on to succeed in the NFL by at least carrying their team to the playoffs. I definitely think Josh Allen will be a bust, just as a long line of quarterbacks loaded with potential, but just have the small problem of accuracy, timing, precision, placement, etc. I definitely think he's going to be a dumpster fire, especially when you could have had the best quarterback of this class, according to us, in Josh Rosen at number 7. The Buffalo Bills did what they wanted and went after their guy, but I'm just not so sure that it was the right decision.
So those are our 5 favorite and least favorite picks of this draft. Let us know what you guys think and comment your favorite and least favorite picks. Thanks for listening, and get ready for the Jonte Porter breakdown coming out this Thursday. See you guys later.